Hi everybody, this is Shah Rukh Khan and please do download the Bollywood Times app right now.
History has given us the finest stories of all mankind. Then Shah Rukh Khan was born and history was rewritten. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the lion-hearted, the Renaissance man and the man who really hates being called battery. So, welcome to Bollywood Times.
Thank you very
much.
much.
It's a pleasure, it's an honor to have you.
Thank you for having me
the first time on
Times.
video.
Thank you.
Let's talk about this whole battery thing, right? I mean, when I was growing up, I was in college, sir. I stitched the creaseless pants from Mohabbatein. I clearly remember. And I was fascinated by wearing those type of clothes what Shah Rukh Khan wore in Mohabbatein, right? But while you were growing up, did you look up to any actor and wanted to dress like him, whether it was spectacles, trousers, shirts?
I think the actors that really affected us, of course, was Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. So I would do his hair. I thought my hairstyle was like his. But of course, the height was half, so one could not pass away as Mr. Bachchan. And then Mr. Rishi Kapoor, I remember in Bobby. And I didn't make the clothes, but my mother got me this chenille safari. You know, it used to, safaris, he had made it very popular in that. So I remember I used to wear them and I felt really sad when it tore and we were not very well off. So it wasn't that I could get another one, yeah. So the red chenille safari was there. I think, yeah, I would be a big lover, admirer and a fan of Mr. Bachchan and Mr. Rishi Kapoor, yeah.
So you've played, characters early on in your career which had grey shades, Dar, Bazigar, even Anjam, Dawn recently. Does it feel liberating sometimes to play grey shades because then you can vent out the frustration? Yeah,
maybe a bit of that. To all of us. I think that's why we also start like watching gangster films, whether it's a Mafia, Godfather, Narcos, or even Company, and some of those films, well-made gangster films, or about the underworld, or about a person who's a grey in character, or the world which is a little grey. I think we all get enticed by it, we all get attracted to it. But as an actor, I think another aspect of playing a bad guy is, I mean, with due respect, I've played a lot of good guys and above board guys, but they're more sedate, they're more controlled. There are only 4 or 5 parameters which good people follow. They're honest, they're truthful, they're upright, they're nice, they're patient, they're wonderful, and stand on the side of the truth. But with the grey shade, you can go, I think, as an actor, you can go to some extremes. Even in crutches like the laughter or the way the eyes look, from the clothes to the hair, to the intonation in the voice, to doing things which perhaps may seem unjustified also or weird, but you can get away with it. So, like a Joker from Batman is very attractive. And he could be doing really over-the-top weird things, but you get attracted to it because psychopath. You can give it an excuse. So, yeah, it is attractive for any actor, I think. To me, more so. I find the baser elements of mankind quite interesting to find out about, because that's the life we don't lead. Our lives are mostly above board and happy-go-lucky and all rosy. So suddenly you see these reasons, like a Gabbar Singh in Sholay. Many times I wondered if the movie was made from the point of Gabbar Singh, maybe you would like him better and not JNU. So it's a point of view that you take.
The point of view that people really attracted to Raees is that lovely surma that you've applied under your eyes. And whose intake was that? I mean, whose input, sorry?
I don't know. I think we had a designer, Sheetal, who's designed the whole look. And of course, Rahul himself. So they had this whole, the film spans a life from 7, 8 years old to about 40, 45, I think. And so there's a whole graph to how I would look when I'm younger. The hair is a little different. The clothes are bell-bottoms and white-colored shirts. And then at one time he starts wearing the Pathanis, which people in that area, which we were kind of trying to show, wear. And the glasses change with it. And one of the things I think somebody suggested was if you wear a little kajal or surma or whatever. And I've seen some people wear it. I'd never worn it before in my life. And I thought it looked a little different. And the camera person, Mohan, said, you look very scary. But I think everybody agreed with it that this is a look that will fit in. So we just went ahead with it. So really Rahul and Sheetal and all the...
Scary to sexy, I think that's what people now say.
I don't know how sexy. I look at myself, I still find myself like a girl.
Okay, now time to surprise Shah Rukh Khan with his first gift. So we've got a surprise for you. You're going to unwrap this. This is for you. Now that you're talking about grey shades, I'm sure you'll love it.
Well, this is very sweet, yeah. Call me more often to your show. Oh, superb. Oh, really wonderful. Thank you so much. He's one of my favorite actors, actually.
Yeah, and I just researched that Scarface is your one of your favorite films as well.
Yeah, I think it's an amazing film, yeah. And even Scent of a Woman, I
Yeah,
think in
yeah.
both films. I mean, he's a brilliant actor, of course, goes without saying. But yeah, Scarface was very interesting, very, very interesting. As a matter of fact, I think, I don't know if Raees falls in that zone or not, but the world that, an Indian part of the world. So yeah, it's in a world like that. And maybe even the viciousness, or not to the extent of, say hello to my little friend, but yeah, the viciousness is like that, yeah.
You know, I read somewhere that you said that Raees was so realistic and so gripping and hard-hitting that you had to tone the film down a bit. A, I want to ask you, why tone it down when, you thought it was so realistic and hard-hitting? And B, you think it was because of the censorship?
No, not because of the censorship. I think what we were trying to do is to actually, Rahul himself is a very realistic filmmaker. And as soon as he decided to cast me in that realistic film, somewhere along the line, Ritesh, Farhan, Rahul had decided to commercialize the film a little more. It's not just, because a realistic film sometimes ends up being very niche. When you take a big movie star who'd love to do this act, but somewhere the costs increase, the whole, the mounting of the film does increase, whether you like it or not.
Right.
So you need to make it a commercially viable film. So somewhere down the line, his ideology was that too, that I would like to make a commercial realistic film. When you start doing that, sometimes you may have to sacrifice a bit of realism, which could be too hard-hitting. Could be inciting, actually, in today's time and age. Certain things we say, and people are, I won't say touchy, people are sensitive. And I think a commercial film should somehow look at all sensitivities, respect everyone. When you're making a niche film, perhaps you can get away with saying hard-hitting stuff, or language, or you have bad language in niche films, and this you can't do it. So you tone it down a bit. You feel like saying it. I personally have never used bad language in a film, but in a character like this, I would if it was a niche film. So you tone that down a bit, take it out a bit. Some of the incidents that we had done according to the time period, mid-80s to mid-90s, which had happened in India, we just felt we should not kind of name them, bring them back to fore, because it can just invoke sensitivities, which we didn't want to really, get into. And with due respect, we have enough sensitivities in the film to try and get any more.
And let me tell you, I just saw the song Udi Udi Jai. Fabulous.
Yeah, I'm glad people like it, because actually the latter half of the song is in Gujarati, actually.
हाँ, तमे गुजराती में बात नहीं करता. तमे आम पण खमण खाधा हमણાં.
हाँ, this I'll eat, yeah. This is very. Thank you very much. You guys are very kind, yeah. Like I said, please call me more often. You give food and lovely coffee and books to read, yeah. This is,
And actually,
I could spend the whole day.
a few more surprises for you again in store. Let me just take out one, which is very personalized, sir. Something for you. This is even bigger. As larger than life as you are.
Thank you. Who's done this?
That is done by Prasad Bhatt, an international artist based in Bangalore.
Oh, lovely.
And
this
yeah,
is
that's a caricature of yours.
Yeah, very nice. And somebody had actually, may I keep it here?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, somebody had actually sent me this picture on the Twitter and said this is one of the nicest poses of the film. So thank you very much.
Yeah, it is.
This is really cool. Thank you.
I remember meeting you in Mannat, and we had a long 45 minutes to 1 hour session in your library. And when I had asked you a question, I want to repeat that question again because it gives me goosebumps the way you answer it. So you've got it all after this enormous struggle, personal life losses that you faced and where you are today, right? Do you fear losing it all one day? Do you fear that, when I go on my birthday on the, on top of the fence and I see very little fans, do you fear?
It's not a recurring thought, or it's not something that keeps me awake at night. I have a couple of things to say about it now. It's been 25 years I've been doing this. One is that I do understand that just like I was a failure before I had nothing in life. I had nothing to lose, nothing to gain. I came here 25 years ago and then everything just turned out to be really wonderful and I've become who I've become. So that 25 years of my life, perhaps, all the losses I had, was a transient phase. I cannot take this 25 years for granted either. This might be a transient phase too. It's been wonderful, I've had 25 years of sadnesses and lovely times also with my parents. And then 25 years of this amazing professional and personal game. Maybe it'll go away. But having said that, I never think about it really. I never really sit down and, like a lot of people tell me, oh, you don't have any private life. The other day I was sitting with someone and somebody said, God, I'd never like to have Shah Rukh Khan's life. He can't go out, he can't go onto the road, he can't do this, but I worked for this. And I really enjoy it. Yes, and having said that, though I don't think about it, yeah, if there are no people shouting at my name, or if I go to a restaurant and I can peacefully sit down and have food, yeah, I'll feel very lonely, I think. I would like to believe this is a part and parcel of my life. I'm used to this extended family that I have. That's why I try and meet as many people as I can with love and warmth. And if they're not going to be there, I'm going to miss them, like I miss my parents. But I also believe if I keep working hard, I may be able to pull it off for a long time till I get really tired. And maybe then I would like to go to a restaurant, have a cup of coffee alone without anyone recognizing me. But I don't know. But I would not like that to happen, no, honestly.
So you've worked with debutants in your career. You've worked with, right from Mr. Bachchan to Anushka Sharma made her debut opposite you. The struggle of Nawazuddin Siddiqui as an actor, we all know what he's gone through today. The recognition and the talent that he has spanned over 15 years. Do you, with so many years of experience, even intake a little bit from a unique talent like Nawaz?
Absolutely, yeah. I think, you reach a section in your career where even Nawaz Bhai will tell you, or all actors who want to imbibe things. Acting is very strange. The more you do it, the more you realize how little you know it. And I keep saying it, people on social media, because they don't have a great sense of humor, you put it as a joke that, oh yeah, you need to know more acting, you don't know acting. It's not true. The more I'm doing it, the more I realize that how little I know of acting. When I started off, I thought I know it all. I could be as good as Mr. Bachchan. But as you do stuff, you realize how little I know, the nuances, the depth. And you reach a stage as an actor where there's not much to learn from yourself or on your own. You sit with actors and actresses, and I've been very fortunate. I'd name from Shri Devi ji to Alia, in between so many wonderful actors and actresses. Bachchan Saab, of course, Rishi Kapoor, there were so many of them, Om Puri ji and Nasir Bhai, and not only the known ones, like Zishan in my film, and Nawaz Bhai. So you reach a stage where all you want to do is you sit across another actor and just say, okay, let me just feed off him or her. And in this film, I fed off a lot. Shamelessly so, happily so, and fortunately so. I think, I say it many times. The other day I was saying I was in a film with Alia and I learned a lot from her, and people think I'm being modest and patronizing. No, genuinely, you feed off. That's what I think acting finally comes to be, that you feed off good actors, actually even bad actors. You just feed off and allow it to seep into you and try and do scenes like that, because the craft is already there after 25 years. You know how to look, how to sit, how to remember your dialogues. The art only comes if you're able to reproduce it from a new experience like Nawazuddin. So he's been I think, I read an interview where he said, if you like my character, it will be a lot because of Shah Rukh Bhai. I would just put it back across to him that if you like me, we spend a lot of time in the film together, it would be because of Nawaz Bhai.
So does a couple of last questions. Does personally acting affect you? Like Abram, a ray of sunshine in your life now, the cutie pie. I mean, we saw him, my God, he's so infectious, man. His vibe is amazing. Do you feel that, hey, you know what? Him coming in my life, in our life, my acting has changed, my acting has improved. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, right?
Respect what you're saying, I figure it out. I think two things happen. For me, I've always been a big fan of children. I always tell people, I don't like the company of adults. I like children, then I like women, and men come last. Because I find the gentleness, the softness, from the skin to their hair, to their eyes, to just the way they speak, extremely attractive. And children are the most uninhibited expressors of things. So even when they get angry or shout or beat you up or cry out or misbehave, it's just so amazingly raw. And I realize as I grow older that I want to act like a child. When Picasso was finishing off in the last phase of his life, his ideology was that, can I paint like a child? I want to act like a child. As a matter of fact, most of my acting has been inspired by children around me, my own, others, and I see children. And now with Abram coming in, I find myself in a newer phase of learning acting. He's also got some purity of expression till such time that we destroy it in the world. So yeah, that part obviously is there, that I'm learning something new from Abram. Personally, I think you become gentler. as a human being. Children make you gentler. And as an actor, I think that's a good quality. A lot of actors tell me, when I'm meeting them, I don't correct them, but they say, you got to be, you have to have gusto, you have to be outgoing, you have to be there, you have to. I find it very wrong when actors finish a shot and say, I killed it, man. No, you don't kill a scene. You make it alive. So I think that gentleness has permeated into me through my children. And hopefully, some of the performances, I think fan is. I remember Manish Sharma would not shoot with me if Abram wasn't on the set. He would say, till your son is here, if you don't act like Abram as Gaurav, I don't want you to come on the sets. And I mean, of course, I'm not acting like Abram. Gaurav was very different. But there is an inspiration from the expression, the rawness, the naturalness of my children that I kind of try to bring. I don't know if I manage it or not.
So on that note, let's kill it in this interview as well. Sorry, wrong phase, but let's play Never Have I Ever. I'm sure you've played this game.
So what is it? I have and...
Well, if you've done something, I have. If you haven't,
okay.
I haven't. Okay. Never have I ever been mistaken for a doppelganger.
For a?
For a doppelganger.
So never have I?
Ever
so
been
if
mistaken.
I have been, what do I say?
I have.
I have, okay.
Oh, you have been?
Yeah, a lot of people come to me and they say, "Me, आप Shah Rukh Khan लगते हो." So I said, हाँ, मुझे बहुत लोग बोल चुके हैं.
Okay. Never have I ever told Karan Johar, you can't let Dharma Productions go to Andheri, man.
So I have to say that...
If you have said this to Karan, you say, I have.
No, I have not said. Never.
You being a Bandra boy, he being a, Bandra boy.
But his office is beautiful. In the
yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's much nicer.
Yeah. Never have I ever lied to Aryan, Suhana and Abram.
I have. You have to lie to children. I'm an actor. I lie. Yeah.
Okay. A couple of last ones. Never have I ever re-gifted a gift that was given to me.
No. I never give my gift to anyone.
Thank
never,
God.
ever.
These two are safe then.
Yeah, they'll never go anywhere. Yeah.
Okay. And never have I ever forgotten Gauri Khan's birthday.
No, never. Never.
You've performed well, sir.
Okay, thank you.
And I'm going to give something. You've killed it. And I'm going to give something for Abram. Please.
Thank you. This is very kind. This is really sweet. So many gifts. And the coffee was wonderful.
Thank you so much.
And the dhokla is even better. And I've had a good evening. Oh, wow, thank you. I'm going to take it to him right now and tell him I just got him another toy. This one I'm re-gifting.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank
Fair
you.
enough. Please, sir. Thank you so
Thanks
much
a lot,
for gracing Bollywood Times.
Thank you very much, and all the best to Bollywood Times and to you and to everyone. And
thank you,
life. Thank you for having me.
God bless.
Hi everybody, this is Shah Rukh Khan and you're watching Bollywood Times with Devansh Patel.